Go.
Hi. My name is Mohammed and my last name is Elashi. And this is my wife. Her name is Nour. And her last name is Nokta. Nour is her sign name and I'm Mo. Okay. So if you want to know the reasons that I'm here today, they asked if I would come and do a video about my experiences with TSHA, and I was happy to help. TSHA has given us such wonderful help, and so I was so happy to have them here over the years. When I first moved in 2000 here, I was very awkward. I had to learn everything new, and TSHA helped. My brother looked on the internet where in America was available. He had lived here in America for a long time, and so he looked online to see where we could meet other deaf people, and he got on the computer and found TSHA. He called and made an appointment, and we got that all set, so came in on a Friday and met people and was very excited about meeting, because the very first person I met was Diana Higgins Emerson, you know, the interpreter and the person who works at TSHA. And I didn't understand any of her sign. It was English and American Sign Language, and I thought, wow, it was very awkward since I was from another country. So then we went to vocational rehabilitation. I forget the name of the gentleman who was here at that time, but he helped me rather, to go to college, get, a plan going, and I worked with them for 6 months, for a while, until everything got approved and I was good to go. After 6 months, I was ready to go into college. I found work. At first I found very basic jobs, and after going to college and work at the same time for many years, I would work overnight, very little sleep, and then go to school. But I finally was able to let go of that job and just focus on college. And it had good benefits, and ever since then, I searched for a wife to complete my life, and went to back to my home country and met my wife Nour, and we got married. I'm sorry, I guess I should back up. When I first moved to America, I guess I had been here about 5 years at that time, and I applied for my American citizenship. And the person who helped tutor me through all of that was here at TSHA. The woman in the office at that time that helped was Lynn Null, and also Stanley Rivers helped to tutor me, to prepare me for that citizenship test. I would come every week to learn and to study. And I did that for 3 months, intensive study at home and here at TSHA, to become an American citizen. And when the time was right, I went to Oklahoma City for my appointment. I hoped I was ready. My heart was racing. I went into the office. I went by myself, separately with an interpreter, not with the rest of the group. And I guess I had studied so very much, 90 different terms, words, etc. And the test, they only seemed to ask about 4 words. They saw that I signed American Sign Language well, and they asked me questions. Who was the name of the president? Other things like that to do with America. Wow, I passed. And they said, you passed, you're an American citizen. And I finally, after a 5-year goal, I reached it. And again, then I looked and met my wife. We met originally through the internet, through friends, and we would talk on the video phone, and she was very shy at first. And then I guess in 2010, was it? Nour says 2011. It's 2011 we finally met, and after 3 months I knew in my heart this was it. And I flew to Jordan, where she lived. The sign for Jordan is like an L shape on your forehead, and I went and talked to her family, and we agreed that she would move to America with me. And so we got permission for that, and everything was approved, paperwork done, and we came here to America. I had to go, of course, to court and get all the legal documents taken care of, and once that was finished, then I could call for her to come and join me here in America. She also waited for about 3 years, studied hard, and was able to pass her citizenship test to become a U.S. citizen. And we now have 2 sons who are, of course, born here in America, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm very thankful to TSHA. I have come here for so much help over the years. And Renee Seitz and Jennifer Boss and Diana Emerson, all three have been very helpful as I struggled to learn English and to learn so many other things. TSHA has been wonderful and has done such a good job. We're grateful. And my wife has also received a great deal of help from TSHA, such as her driver's license. Do you want to go ahead, Nour, and talk? I'll say bye-bye and let her take over. My name is Nour, and again, my last name is, still struggling with my English here, Anakta. Could talk about how you met me, and yes, in the past I met Muhammad. Yes, I named Mo, short for Muhammad, and we became friends, through work. A work friend kind of is how we connected, and she said she had someone, a gentleman that was ready, looking for a wife. And when I found he was also deaf, I thought, oh, wow, the friend told me yes, that was the case. And I thought, wow, so I searched. And my friend's husband, we didn't know each other at that time personally, but our friends, we had mutual friends. And 2 or 3 days later, after I waited, then they told me about this gentleman, and they asked if I'd like to meet. And I said, how can I do this? And they said, through the computer. And we used a Google chat forum called Frog. And could connect immediately with other places around the world and to meet individuals. And so that was the very first time I met Mo, if you will, online and saw him. I was very shy. It was difficult to communicate. Our signs were different. I signed more Arabic style, but things proceeded and went along. And it was okay, and my mother, my father approved and thought it was all right for us to get married, and so we had to contact the people in Jordan and Syria and get permissions and documents all lined up. So when I called about wanting to marry a gentleman from America, my dad thought about it, and he said, okay, I think that would be fine, go ahead. And so first in 2011 is when I got engaged. And then we had to get all the paperwork approved for the marriage, and that occurred in 2012. The wedding, Mo says, actually occurred in 2012. And again, I was from Jordan, and we had a party there. And when was the wedding, Mo says? That was in June of 2012. We got married, had the ceremony, the celebration, and then again, I had to just wait for all the paperwork to clear and be approved after our official marriage. And once all that approval finally came through, I was able to fly to America. And when I got here in October, on October 19th of 2012, and it was my very first time to even fly, so I was pretty scared. Wow, what an experience. And so from Jordan, I flew to Chicago and then got on the train and then arrived in Texas. So it was a long, awkward journey and such a far distance from my family. It was a challenging time. So I moved here and things proceeded along. And I came to TSHA and met with Lynn Null, who worked here at the time, and she helped to teach me some English and help my communication skills. And yeah, you used to come every week too, Mo says. Yes, I came weekly also to get help with language. And she taught English and American Sign Language. Mo says she would show you pictures and then show you the English for it. Nour says yes. She would show me pictures at home and teach me the English words and all of that, and I got better and better at my communication. And then I went to the mall for silent dinners every month to meet people, and went to restaurants for deaf nights, deaf clubs, and met people there so that I could really improve my learning. And I very quickly picked up American Sign Language and got much better at my skills. I haven't yet had a chance to go to college or meet people and be taught formally. Mo says, well, I taught you quite a bit. Yes, my husband taught me, and my English improved, and I learned and got better at my understanding and comprehension. And then again, for that citizenship test to become an American citizen, I came here, and Renee Seitz, then at that time, and Jennifer Boss and Diana Emerson, all three helped to teach me to get ready for that. And I got better and went to take the test. And the first time I took the test, I went to Oklahoma City, passed the test. There were many questions, I think about 10. Took quite a long time. Again, things about the president. And I was very, very happy for officially getting that American citizenship document. My parents, my family were excited. Yes, she had 7, I think. I don't know. 7 family members. 7 years. 7 years I had not seen my family. And so just last year, finally, in April, after becoming a citizen, I was able to go and meet my parents and my family and visit aunts, uncles. I was very happy to be able to go visit and then come back home. And again, I'm thankful to TSHA for all of the help, for myself, my husband, very happy for any help, and I just want to say thank you all so much.